A very good morning, one and all. I, Siddharth Sharma, Deputy Director International Relations at Riyadh Bara Group of Institutions, hereby welcome distinguished dignitaries for this event. I welcome all students from all three campuses to this event. Today we have experts from University of Missouri St. Louis, which is in Missouri State, USA. I'll just give you a brief about Missouri. University of Missouri St. Louis is the largest public research university in East Missouri, providing excellent learning, experience, and leadership opportunities to a diverse student body whose influence on the region upon graduation is immense. And talking about the campus, it's spread across 470 acres in suburban St. Louis County. And UMSL, it is a short form of University of Missouri St. Louis. UMSL is a Tier 1 national research university according to the US News. And World Report ranked 126 among public universities. So I welcome you all one more time. And now I would like to share something about my university, our group, Riyadh Bara Group of Institution. Riyadh Bara Group of Institution is one of the most sought after educational group in the region and has a path-breaking recruitment method for the graduates from various academic programs. Riyadh Bara Group of Institution under its lineage has two universities. Riyadh Bara University, Mohali campus, where exactly I am sitting. One is Bhara University, which is there in Shimla. Shimla is the capital. Himachal Pradesh is a state. Up north, it's in the hill. And a multidisciplinary campus at Hoshiarpur, which is affiliated to Punjab Technical Universities. And along with that, we have two international schools of higher secondary level in the state of Punjab. So with over 45 institutes, so we have divided all our schools into institutes. We have 15,000 plus students on board and a mighty strength of more than 3,000 dedicated employees on a roll. So Radbara Group of Institution has created its significant presence in the region, and we are almost 20 years old in this education sector. So as one of the leading education group, the group with its highly skilled and experienced faculty, a state of the art infrastructure, and has been like creating a new benchmark in the education sector and boosting of having the higher paid intellectual capital. So delivering the world-class professional leaders equipped with the unique entrepreneurship skills with the focus on achieve beyond what possible. So this is what we are. So today we're gonna share with you, students, the introduction to a cyber threat, along with the different programs which is offered by University of Missouri St. Louis. So moving forward, I would like to introduce our speaker's guest, Dr. Dani. He is a professor and department chair in information system and technology. Dr. Anand, associate professor, information system and technology. Dr. Jenico, he's an associate professor and department chair computer science. Dr. Mitaba, assistant professor computer science. And along with that, we have Ms. G, and she is an international admission manager. And we have Ms. Priyanka Aluwalia. She has joined us from the India itself. She's a South Asia manager and representative of University of Missouri St. Louis. I would like to welcome you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Siddharth.
Thank you so much. So I have I will ask now Ms. Priyanka to share some more information on University of Missouri St. Louis to our students. Please, Priyanka.
For such a wonderful introduction. I hope so that my screen is visible to everybody. And it has always been great to interact with you. And this is the first session which we are having with Rayat Bahara. And for so, and going forward, we'll have more sessions and hopefully looking forward for a great partnership and relationship together. So if my screen is visible, so I would like you to take you to the University of Missouri St. Louis and about St. Louis as a study destination, because that's very important when we are an international students. It is very important for us to know where exactly we are going, what is the benefit of that particular location, and are we going to be comfortable or not. So as you can see, this is USA map right in front of you. Many of you would see this as a mustard color or a yellow color. So this is Missouri, which is a state in the USA apart from the other 50 states of USA. And the star is where we are. This is St. Louis. As you can see, we are at the border, so we are touching Illinois. St. Louis is a very vibrant and beautiful place with a lot of tourist attractions around. The people around are very friendly and very nice, and this is something which is visible in so many ways, which I'm going to share with you right now. So there are so many attractions, like we have Gateway of Arcs. There are different games which you can actually enjoy. People, they want to go to big cities. So if I talk about St. Louis, we have some of the attractions which are quite great to actually go for. Example, the forest park which we have, that is spread across 1,300 acres, even bigger than what's in New York City. You can enjoy different kind of theaters, music, and so much keeps on going on in St. Louis. Even free attractions like zoo and art museums are there for you. St. Louis is amongst the 20 largest metropolitan area, and I'm sure you all know what are the different benefits to go for a metropolitan area. At the same time, the cost of living is not way too high, so you will not be shedding across a lot of money. Connectivity wise, going from one place to another is not going to be a concern. So we have got all sort of transport options available. Not necessarily that you need to have your own car or your own conveyance to travel from one place to another. So we have rail, we have buses, we have metro, we even have shared drive like what we have it in northern part of India, like Uber and all. And also there is an airport right there. As I mentioned, the friendly community, and this is one of the reason I would say St. Louis has got the third fastest foreign-born population out of the other 20 largest metropolitan areas of the USA. And also with the help of St. Louis Mosaic Project, it is very important for us to know what are the different work options available, be it for our internship or when we complete our studies and we get to do our OPT in the USA. So OPT lets you to stay in USA and gain a work experience after completion of your study. So OPT, depending on the program, can be from up to 1 year to and can go up to 3 years, because there are certain programs which are STEM based programs. STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and maths, wherein you have an opportunity to get your OPT extended for another 2 years and make it up to maximum of 3 years, wherein you can work full time and gain an experience. Since there are people from all over the world right there in St. Louis, so you will of course get to know about their culture. You will be able to have fun with them and enjoy and make friends with people from throughout the world. And what about our Indian community? So we have very strong and huge India community in St. Louis, and people are very supportive. And if you want to be connected with them, we have India Association of St. Louis, Mahatma Gandhi Center, wherein you can connect with people. And of course, you all know that there are social media groups like Facebook group and all, wherein you can be connected with people. We are very much connected to our favorite things like cricket. So cricket, you won't be missing out. We do love our festivals like Diwali, something which is coming up. So what happens is when you're abroad and you get to know, okay, if the family is celebrating and I'm not able to do so, so that won't happen in St. Louis, because all the major festivals are celebrated in St. Louis, be it Holi, Diwali, Republic Day. We love our food, so there are somewhere around 5 grocery stores within the drive of 30 to 40 minutes from wherein you can actually grab your snacks, be it your Maggie or your Haldiram snacks, whatever, everything is available in our grocery stores. Also, if you're a fan of movies and watching movies only in the theater, so again, there are regular new releases of movie shows in AMC Classic Cinema. So it is like you won't be missing on anything related to you as being coming in from India. Also for worship, we have Hindu temple, we have Sikh temple, which is Gurdwara, wherein we also have Langar. We have Islamic Foundation and Buddhist temple in St. Louis. Now, when I talked about startups, so there are ample number of startups. Many are already there. Many are going to come up. So let's talk about the big companies. So there are Fortune 1000 companies, those who have got their headquarters in St. Louis. So there are a handful of them like Cortex Innovation, Donald Danford Plant Science Center. And in fact, there is an organization called Express Script. Express Script is a pharmaceutical company, and their headquarters is right there in our campus. So, work-wise, not necessarily that you might need to leave St. Louis maybe for your internship options or when you intend to do your OPT. So this was a little bit introduction about St. Louis and why you should choose St. Louis as a study destination when you think to study in the USA. And now I would request our esteemed faculty to actually go ahead and share your knowledge with our students of Rai Bahara University. Thank you. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Priyanka. Dr. Janika, would you go first?
Okay, yes, of course. So I hope you can see my screen. I will discuss computer science, the computer science department and what is available in the department. And then Dr. Michandani will discuss his department, information systems technology, and what's available in his department. So we are Department of Computer Science, and we offer all sorts of degrees, all levels of degrees, starting with undergraduate degrees, graduate degrees, and also we have an advisory board for computer science and cybersecurity. We have multiple partnerships. Just to give you an example, right now we are starting a new partnership with an international company that developed some new state-of-the-art technology, and they are providing us with a teaching material to introduce this technology into our classrooms. So going back to the degrees themselves, at the undergraduate level, the classes are offered day, evening, and now we have online classes, and we have some complete online programs as well. But this traditional focus is still on face-to-face education. We have 3 bachelor degree programs, 1 minor, and 7 certificate programs. If you go to our webpage, you can browse all of the degree programs and all of the certificate programs and learn more about this. At the graduate level, again, we offer education day, evening, and also online. We have 2 master's programs, we have 5 certificates with 1 pending, and we also have a PhD program. So first, computer science. So in computer science, what is important is that we are very strong on research, and our students have an opportunity to participate in the research projects, either paid or not paid, possibly assistantships. And again, the information is available on our webpage how to apply for them. And this is the current federal projects that we are running. So we have 2 NIH projects, 2 NSF projects, and 1 NASA projects. As you can see, our projects are all in artificial intelligence and in cybersecurity. This is what we mostly focus on. As far as the education, we have a mix of traditional courses, which we call the core courses, and then we have many career-oriented electives. The purpose of the core courses is to cover the breadth that is needed for a specific degree program. The purpose of the electives is to introduce you to some technologies that you will learn while you are at school, and when you leave school, you will possess the skills that employers are looking for. And because of this, our students very often transition either through internships or through career opportunities. Even before they graduate, they move to employment. The electives, which are every degree program has some required courses, the core courses, and some electives, and the electives can be grouped into certificates, and I will show you the certificates in a moment. So first degree is in computer science specifically. So we are the Department of Computer Science, but again, we offer multiple degree programs, so don't get confused with this. So first, the degree program specifically in computer science. So in computer science, we have Bachelor of Science, which is the undergraduate degree. We have the Masters in Computer Science, and we also have a way to transition from Bachelor to Masters. If you start with Bachelor, you can transition into Masters and complete the degree faster than otherwise doing them separately. At the master's level, with the computer science degree, we have two options. Sorry, let's go back for a second.
I just want to interrupt you for a while. I'm so sorry. Actually, I can see the presentation is not moving. It's still on the same slide.
Okay, I am moving this, so let me exit maybe the full screen. Is it? I will try to go this way.
Now it's moving. Now it came to the other slide.
Okay.
Nice. Thank you so much. Please.
Hi, thank you for bringing this up. So here we are discussing the computer science degree program. So in the MS program, we have the traditional computer science option, and we also have an option to take a certificate where you focus specifically on some specific area, and then you take a group of additional courses and you complete your master's program with this. We also have PhD in computer science. And as I mentioned already, all our programs are a mix of core courses and then also electives, which are very much career-oriented electives. The other courses, the other programs are, we have a degree program in computing technology. That's a very new degree program. We have the bachelor, and we also have a way to transition from this bachelor program into a master's in computer science. So this is the BMS program. The difference between computing technology and computer science is that computing technology focuses a little bit more on technology as opposed to traditional computer science education. The third degree programs, the third leg that we have is in cybersecurity. And in cybersecurity, we have Bachelor of Science, we have Masters of Science, and we also offer PhD, which is the computer science option, and you can study cybersecurity under that option. Some other important things to note for cybersecurity: we are designated as by the National Security Agency and Department of Homeland Security for excellence in cyber education. About our faculty. Our faculty is very international. Here you can list the current list of our faculty. We have faculty from, I don't know at this moment, but at least 10 different countries, probably all different continents, except for Australia. I don't think we have faculty from there. So it's very international faculty, and because of this, we are very inclusive for international students, of course. The specializations that we offer is basically what the certificates that we offer. We offer the certificates both at the undergraduate, at the graduate level. So we offer certificate in cybersecurity. Keep in mind, we also have programs, bachelor and master's in cybersecurity, but you can also take the certificate in cybersecurity and study computer science. We have certificate in artificial intelligence. We have certificate in data science, internet and web, and mobile apps and computing. We run many federal grant programs, and again, there are opportunities for both graduates, graduate students and undergraduates to work on those programs. We also have opportunities for scholarships and for the graduate students for assistantships. And to close this, just a couple other points. So I think, I don't remember if someone mentioned, UMSL has been designated by the US News report and one of the best university with some of the best programs, online programs available, which speaks, of course, very well about traditional programs as well, because online programs is traditional programs basically delivered online. So we offer multiple specializations. We have industry and coalition partnerships. I don't think I mentioned we offer internships, of course, and for international students, that's very important. because otherwise you wouldn't be able to work outside. But with the internship, actually, you can work outside in the company before you graduate from us. I think that closes my presentation, and unless someone has some questions, I would like to pass now to Dr. Mirchandani from the other department.
Thank you, Dr. Janikov.
I think we got one question, if you don't mind.
Yes.
1 second. I got his message that the thing which you just shared, that this is the course regarding that a student is asking that how many credits they will be earning complete to this degree.
So bachelor degrees are 120 credits, which is 4 years basically, but it can be completed in 3 years, especially if you go through summer. All of our master programs require 30 credit hours, which traditionally takes about 1.5 years up to 2 years. Most international students, they complete them in 1.5 years. But it's even possible to complete them in 12 months.
Okay. And another question, Mr. Ankush Kumar is asking. He's asking for what is the scope of this cyber threat in future?
Sorry, I didn't get that question.
1 second, let me read it out. Mr. Ankush Kumar, he's asking the scope of this cyber threat in future.
The scope of cyber threat?
Yep.
I'm not sure I understand the question. Is it in general about cybersecurity? Why we study cybersecurity?
I'm so sorry, I just misread that. It's cybersecurity.
Okay, so we will have another professor from our department speaking of cybersecurity. So maybe I will defer cybersecurity specific questions to him.
Okay.
I mean, so this is Abdi, assistant professor in computer science. I think, I mean, again, still the question is unclear. So is it really, how is this related to cybersecurity, or how is the presentation, or how cybersecurity is in the department? Still, I'm not really getting the question.
The question who Ankush asked is just a question that I think he want to ask that maybe the prerequisites to enter into the course and how he can get into that course.
The course.
The program.
The program, the cybersecurity master. So in cybersecurity, we have bachelor. You can do a BS, you can do an MS, or you can do a certificate in cybersecurity. That's what we have: undergraduate and graduate in cybersecurity. So so the requirements for admission, I mean, they are online. So what you need is really to get admitted for these programs, and it's similar to any other program.
So I don't know if this answered the question, but I see another question. Master degree can get a scholarship. So the answer is yes. Master degree students can get scholarships. There are scholarships available from the international office, first of all. And then the other level of scholarships comes from the department in the form of assistantships, which is different form of scholarships. So yes, they are available. The assistantships, let me mention this, we offer two different kinds of assistantships. One level is teaching assistantships, where you help with courses, either deliver a course or help the instructor to deliver the course. The other level of assistantship is research assistantships, where you work with a faculty member directly on a specific project, and you get paid for this. And very often those assistantships come with tuition remission.
Oh. Thank you so much. I hope, Nancy, your answer is actually, I hope you are satisfied with the answer which has been asked. Actually, you were asking master degree students can get a scholarship and continue. I hope you got the answer. And moving further, I think now we will be moving further to Dr. Michandani. Please, sir.
Thank you, Siddharth. I hope you can see my screen. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes,
And if I change the slides, you can see it.
absolutely.
Wonderful. So thank you, Siddharth. Thank you, Riyadh Bara University, for hosting us. And thank you to Priyanka for the wonderful introduction. My name is Dinesh Mirchandani. I am a professor and chair of the Information Systems and Technology Department, which comes under the College of Business. Dr. Janika and I work closely together in our program in cybersecurity and other initiatives. Both of us have an interest in furthering the knowledge of students, and I'd like to share with you what we do in the IST department. Before I start, I do want to mention that I too am originally from India, from Mumbai. So, very glad to speak with you and to encourage your interest in studying in the United States. As Priyanka mentioned, the University of Missouri St. Louis is a top notch choice for any kind of technology or STEM based degree. The city of St. Louis is a wonderful place to experience. It's truly a multicultural venue where you can experience what America is like, but yet be connected to home with the access to grocery stores, to movies, and to Indian organizations and various societies and festivals. Um, our Sikh Gurudwara is really beautiful. So if you have the chance to visit, I think you would truly appreciate that. And the community, the Sikh community that have formed around it. So the IST department offers 4 degrees: the Bachelor of Science in IST, Master of Science in IST, and the Bachelor's and Master's in Cybersecurity. Our websites are uh, here for you to visit: ist.umsl.edu and cybersecurity.umsl.edu. Our degrees are STEM designated, and as Priyanka mentioned, this means that you get an option for extended optional practical training. Also, as Dr. Janika mentioned, you have the opportunity to do internships after 1 year through curricular practical training or CPT. Our courses are very applied, so they are hands on and invite students to learn by doing. We offer multiple electives so that students have the chance to make the degree their own. We carry the highest accreditations, including the AACSB accreditation for business degree programs, as well as the NSA and DHS designation for cybersecurity. Again, our focus is very applied and very much based on students' experiential learning through participation in competitions, hackathons, and conferences. Our programs enable students to truly appreciate the impact of technology. We all know that today technology jobs are ubiquitous in every industry. They have an impact on our society, so we can work with technology to save lives, solve health problems, improve the environment, and stay connected. Technology jobs in the US offer high compensation and flexibility. The diversity of career choices enables students to really choose a path that fits what they are interested in. The job market is robust and healthy. There is high job satisfaction, and as I mentioned, a very competitive salary prospect. So you can choose a diversity of careers that go beyond application development to project management to software quality assurance and testing to system integration, technical writing, IT management and governance, and cybersecurity. So, our programs being housed in the College of Business are geared towards developing technology managers. So, while we may not go as deep into the technology as computer science, we do try to match the technology solutions to business problems. So you solve those problems with technology. In the US, it is expected that IT related jobs will grow 12% over the next 8 years, over 500,000 new jobs. The median wage in US dollars is about 86,000 as compared to the median annual wage in the US for all occupations, which is closer to 40,000. So in our curriculum, we start with the basics. So this is our undergraduate curriculum. I know many of you are interested in the graduate curriculum, but I will share this with you to provide an idea about our philosophy. So our undergraduate degree is 120 credit hours, which translates to about 40 courses, which a student would complete in about 4 years. Our coursework combines general education courses, which introduces students to areas such as writing, to communication, to math, to information literacy, to the social sciences, the behavioral sciences, and the natural sciences. But they provide you a foundation to develop beyond, to learn about business and specific business courses, and then technology courses. So, in the technology courses, we start with basic introduction to technology and information systems, expand with integrating ideas about how technology solves business problems, how we perform business analysis, and we develop technical skills side by side in programming, database management, data networks and cybersecurity, project management, and systems design. Students get a choice of electives that focus on different areas from application development to business intelligence to cybersecurity to even legacy systems and web application design. I mentioned that we are very focused on experiential learning. So we have active student clubs. We organize our own IT focused job fairs where you get to interview and find jobs and internships. And we encourage students to participate in competitions so they continue to learn while competing for greater knowledge. Our master's degree in IST, which I believe many of you might be interested in, is 30 credit hours, which is 10 courses. So you can complete this in about 1.5 years. It is a STEM designated degree. Any undergraduate degree is welcome into our master's program. We do expect an experience and competency in statistics and computer programming. For our masters in IST, we do ask for a GMAT or GRE score, though that is currently being waived because of COVID. But the GMAT and GRE enables us to shape our class, enables us to ensure that everyone is on the same learning level, so everyone's experiences are equal. For English proficiency, we do ask for a TOEFL or IELTS score. Our master's degree is based on the concept of stackable certificates. So these are what we call micro credentials. So these are 4 course sequences that develop expertise in systems development, information security management and auditing, foundations of IT, and business intelligence. And students can pick 2 of these certificates along with 2 other courses to create the degree that best fits their needs. Our cybersecurity degree has similar uh, structure to our IST degree, 30 credit hours, STEM designated. We do ask for some background in statistics and computer programming. The GMAT or GRE is not required, but again, we do want a TOEFL score, again, because our education is in English and we do want everyone to appreciate the discussions that take place in our classes. Our cybersecurity degree again is focused on providing fundamental knowledge, leading into more in depth technology focused knowledge, bringing in the management of cybersecurity, and going deeper by allowing students to choose electives. St. Louis, as you learned, is one of the top metro areas in the US. It's also a great area for startups, and we have strong incubators that are creating thousands of new businesses and business ideas in the region. In summary, we offer accredited degree programs, opportunities for extracurricular learning, opportunities for leadership development through our student organizations, hands-on learning. So again, we believe that our degrees need to be focused on applied learning. Our courses are in-person, blended, and online. Our courses are aligned with industry certifications. We have strong partnerships with local companies, and we offer a vibrant metropolitan city with an international airport, access to ethnic groceries, restaurants, entertainment, places of worship, and public transportation. My contact information is on this slide. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. I welcome you to visit our website or to follow us on Facebook or Twitter, and look forward to your questions and also to seeing many of you here at UMSL in the computer science as well as the IST departments. Thank you.
Great. I think somebody was asking one question. Arya Thakur,
So I can answer that. Our coursework is
please.
not aligned to a certificate, but if they do complete our coursework, they should be able to get through the OSCP certification. So
Perfect.
the OSCP certification is, of course, a good certification to have. But as a public university, we are not tied to one type of certificate. We offer a broad range of coursework, but our students, if they want to pursue that, they are successful in doing that.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Amit Chandani sir. Now I would ask Priyanka.
Thank you, Siddharth. Thank you, our esteemed faculty, for the introduction. If you have any topic to cover, that would be great. Or else Lee would take over for the admissions requirement with University of Missouri St. Louis. Okay, so over to you, Lena. Thank you so much.
See.
So in the meantime, I would like to tell you about AACSB accreditation. So AACSB accreditation is one of the very renowned and very important accreditation. And as it was shown in the presentation, that our programs are AACSB accredited. So there are only 5% business schools worldwide, those who have received this accreditation. And you can very well understand what is going to be the value of your degrees. Though the session is about IST and all, so but I'll let you know that our business and accounting program, they are all AACSB accredited, and UMSL has got dual accreditation, which only 2% of the business schools have earned worldwide. So now it's over to Lee for our admission
Okay.
standards.
The graduate admission standards vary by department. As Dr. Mirchandani mentioned earlier, for the Master's in Information Systems and Technology, you would need normally a GMAT or GRE, so it's important to review the degree profile. We recommend English proficiency levels of 6.5 on the IELTS, 79 on the TOEFL, 105 to 110 on Duolingo, or 53 on the Pearsons. However, departments are able to admit students with slightly lower scores. We frequently see students with a 6.0 on the IELTS be admitted successfully. Basic process is you will apply online, or you can contact Priyanka. You'll upload all your documents. That includes your passport, bank statement, affidavit of support, your transcripts. We would be looking to see individual semester marks, your test scores, and any other program required documents. You would then forward your application to the department for review. They will review it, and the graduate school will make a decision as well. And then we will go process it, and I'll send you your I-20 if everything's on file. Now, the priority application deadlines are for spring, it's October 1st. For fall, it's May 1st. Some of the graduate programs, particularly the PhD programs, do have earlier deadlines, but those would be listed on the degree profiles. For scholarships, at the graduate level, they range from $5,000 to $6,000. It's based on your CGPA. We recommend that for maximum consideration, you would meet the early deadlines and be admitted by February 15th for fall or August 15th for spring. We do have later reviews for May 15th for fall or November 15th for spring. And that's really just the short overview of the admissions process. I think we also may have had a presentation on cyber threats.
Yes, Dr. Vijay and Dr. Abdi, would you like to share your knowledge about cyber threats?
I can talk a little bit about it. So when we look at the field of cybersecurity, uh, it has grown beyond the basic STEM areas. It is now entrenched in legal compliance processes and things like those. So when we think about cybersecurity, it is not just about technology people or technology that solves our problem. It is also about people that interface with technology. So there is a big element of people skills that also matter in today's date. So our curriculum, based on this kind of structure, is rooted around the idea of teaching technology, but also creating this mindset that you have, where what we call as an adversarial mindset. The adversarial mindset implies that whatever you do, there is somebody who is trying to break into that. And you have to understand that the intent of that person, this nebulous construct, which we call as a hacker or something like that, we need to have an idea of who that is and how they can actually break into our system. So that this mindset is critical because the technology that you learn today will not be relevant in a year or so. The fundamentals will be, but the specific technology might not be. So having that construct of an adversarial mindset while working with technology is very critical. And our goal is to make sure that our students come out with that type of mindset. While they are doing that, they also need to solve business problems because you have to function within a business structure to solve industrial issues or business issues. So, how do you actually meld them together to make sure that you have you understand your business outcomes, your adversary that you just model, and that's where the threat modeling comes into play. And the cyber threat essentially encompasses that. So, the cyber threat would be all the known types of threats that we know, as well as all the model threat which we can think of or imagine. And based on that, how do we construct our uh, mm, uh, coursework or our technology that can solve that type of issue? So these threats are going to change over time, and we have to make sure that we prepare students for the future, where they can adapt to any type of threat that they face later in their careers. So our goal is not just teach you a certain set of technology and graduate from the play from our university. Our goal is to make sure that you are uh, you're getting an idea of continuous learning or beyond learning from the school, and you keep this learning going while you go out of our program into the industry, and you keep improving on your skills. So that's how I would in a nutshell identify our programs that we have at UMSL.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Anand. I think I have one question. Ankush Rana is asking that do all they are Trojans, malwares, spywares, are they considered as a threat too in this?
Sure. These are threats. These are threats that have been written by somebody, and they they can attack your system. They can break down into your system, and if they're inside your system, they can take out information from the inside of your system and send it somewhere. They are absolutely threats, but I wouldn't consider them as a major threat, considering that we have so many tools to focus on anti-malware type of stuff. So we should be able to solve those issues. Um, but yeah, they are definitely threats. We will have to quantify them in a certain way when we deal with a cyber situation.
Okay, thank you so much. I believe Ankush Rana, you got your answer very well. And I think I will request students, if you have any questions, please type in the message box, or you can just send me a private text as well. I can put that question in front of our experts so that you can get a best possible answers. Meanwhile, I just want to ask one question that one of my student asked in when Lee was discussing about the prerequisites. Mr. Tani was telling us that there is no GRE when it comes to masters in cybersecurity, but there is a requirement of GRE when you do information security.
Correct. So the GMAT or GRE is for the MS in Information Systems and Technology, but not for the MS in Cybersecurity.
Okay. Okay. And one more question, Shashank is asking what is the minimum score of IELTS? Shashank, I would like to tell you the minimum score is 6. Overall 6 you need in order to like qualify or to get admitted into the master's course. I believe I'm right, Miss Lee.
Yes, correct.
Great, great.
So if I can also jump in to answer the previous question, in our department, we do not require GRE or any other tests for admissions to the master's program, but we do require some background in computing, and the details are on our web pages.
Okay.
Okay, so if I can jump in, so I'm the last one, so I'm gonna keep repeating what other people are saying. So I prepared a couple of slides, but I mean, I think I agree with all what Vijay was saying and what everybody was saying here. So again, this is Abdi, assistant professor in computer science. And I prepared a couple of slides just to talk about cybersecurity in general. And
Yes,
I hope that you
we
can
can.
see my slides. Okay. So, and why cybersecurity is important. So we always say that the security program is as good as its weakest link. And I believe this is similar what Vijay is saying. So it's often actually the human. It's the person that is actually that link that it's really weak. And that can be simply like an error in a code, or it can be a malware, or it can be just a wrong password, or people have a weak password or something like this. So this is really it. And human actually are both the threat and the target in the equation here. So so I have a couple of plots there from the latest Verizon data breach, where saying that how we have how actually the threats and the data breaches are evolving over time from 2015 to late 2019. And we can see that actually, for instance, external threat is actually going a little bit down. The trend is saying that it's more internal, meaning that you are not safe even from within a corporate network. Like people are attacking you also from the inside. So again, human are suspect to these attacks from breaches from exterior of the network or the interior of the network. And so it's usually financial or espionage or things like this that they are really the biggest trend. And again, what everybody is saying, so again, it's evolving. So you can see this is really ranking from 2015 to 2020 again, the different threats. And you can see that it used to be malware, RAM scrapper at top one threat, and then it went down. It's to the 8th rank, and vice versa. So again, things are really changing and things are evolving. So what we are teaching here, we are teaching the mindset to help you really identify this and to help you really navigate towards really, the evolving threats and how things are evolving. And to actually emphasize more on this actually fast evolving trend, so you can see that this latest plot that I have is really that by late 2019, most of the breaches, actually they last a day or less. They used to be actually for a month or more. Now it's actually a day or less. And that actually means that, again, this is back to the question of malware and things like this. So again, it seems that we have mechanism that they can detect it efficiently. But unfortunately, I mean, those actually, attacks are becoming also more and more efficient. So again, so there is always this battle between the hackers and the cybersecurity experts that they are trying to defend and protect the network and or the systems that we are teaching. So again, so I have a couple of slides here at the end, just saying why this is important, cybersecurity, in this 2020 or 2021. So there are multiple reasons. So again, you can be a hero. You can evolve quickly. You have multiple educational paths. You will be able to solve exciting and complex problems. Again, in terms of career, in terms of a job, actually, that's what Dr. Dinesh is mentioning. This is really actually very promising. So it's really, the idea is really, it's a job that it's hard to outsource, being a cybersecurity expert with a cybersecurity degree. And the job opportunities are actually growing and growing. And my last actually slide here is just showing some numbers. And usually it's a well-paid job in US. And we are talking usually in 6-digit salaries. And those are really important. So what we teach you is really a mindset that kind of help you really towards this evolving trends of cybersecurity, how to in computer science, actually, we teach you the science and how to evolve and how to come up with defense mechanisms and to understand deeper what are the network threat, what are the system threat when it comes to machine learning, cloud computing, network security, things like this. Within the information technology, I think they help you really in understanding how to interface with the technology on managing, auditing, and using technology for administrating system for cybersecurity. I think they are both complementary. They are both really very good programs. And I wish that I'll see you soon in UMSL and talk to you more. If you have any questions.
Yeah, I got two questions. Both are the question asked by Mr. Amit. Amit is asking, what should be the initial response when you see there is a breach?
There is a breach in your network.
Yeah.
So you as an employee, if you are at your home, you need to deal with that. If you are at your employee, you need to talk to your administrator. That's what you should do. Again, so we teach you really here to be the administrator, so to help really identify. First of all, what you need to do is really detect the threat. Detection mechanisms are very important here. So usually now you use machine learning to find anomalies, and we call them anomaly detection. You detect some anomalies in your traffic or in your system, or some malware or some code that it's malicious. And then once it's identified and detected, you need to isolate it pretty much. You need to protect it. And then later on, you'll have also some antivirus and anti-malware software that's going to help everybody actually protect against this kind of.
So that's what you will be teaching to the students, that how and you can do that. And Amit is asking the same another question, that if a network is secured, then how did the hacker gain the access to your IT network?
So there is nothing that we can call secure. That's unfortunate. So that's why actually bigger company right now, like Google and Facebook and whatever, they actually pay people to come and hack in their networks. Okay. So they give you really awards for that. So again, you secure your network, but there is nothing called secure. So again, the attack can come from the inside and from the outside. You can close your entire doors, but then you have an insider attack. So some people that they can attack you from the inside the network. So you do your best and you come up with mechanisms. So again, as we evolve, as we have the defense mechanism, you always need to have the hat of the hacker to understand how they're going to attack you, to be able to defend yourself. I think that's actually the exciting part of cybersecurity education. So it's always evolving. You always learn, and once you learn something, you're gonna have a new attacks and new threats, and you have to.
True. It's a learning process, I would say.
So if I
Thank
could
you.
add to
Yeah.
what Dr. Abdi said, it's also created a field of what we call IT auditing, where you have professionals who actually their job is to audit your networks and your security mechanisms and policies to ensure that all the safeguards are in place. So it's really, as Dr. Abdi said, a fascinating and growing field with many subdisciplines. And we are so glad that at UMSL we can offer to students both the in-depth technical understanding as well as the managerial understanding of the field.
Great. Thank you so much. And I think I have one or two questions to ask Ms. Lee and to you. Ms. Lee, if I want to ask you one thing, how much time do we require to process an application for a master program? If a student has done a graduation from Riyadh Bala University, he is eligible. So how much time he or she requires to apply and fly to US?
Usually, if the application is complete, it's for a graduate program, it can be 5 to 15 business days. Usually it's less, closer to the 5 to 10 mark.
Okay. And another question, are students like eligible to work while they are studying?
Yes, so students can work on campus up to 20 hours per week as an F1 student. The internship process, CPT, that requires more coordination. You would have to work with someone in our office. We do have a dedicated international student and scholar support team who will be there to help you apply for CPT and OPT and basically be there with you from the time you arrive on campus to well after you graduate. So that's something we can help you with. It just has to, there's less flexibility in OPT and CPT in that it has to be related to your major. So while you can be in the computer science program and work in the library as an on-campus job, when you go to do CPT or OPT, it has to be related to your field.
Okay.
So
And
can I jump into with a little bit additional information about this question? So our students also very often work in different departments. They can work in our department as assistants, but they can also work hourly. But very often our students from both departments, they are hired by other departments to help them.
okay. And what are the chances for the students after the completion of masters of the placement, and how many like they get job or they return back to India?
I think we have a very high placement rate for both programs. I believe some students even leave or graduate 2 jobs. So it's not unusual for a student to do an internship that turns into a full-time position later on down the road.
Okay. And one more question. It's regarding the refusal. One of the students came actually last week, and she wants to study uh, masters and in information system, but she got one refusal already from US university. So can she apply again in your university if one student or he or she is having kind of a refusal on the passport?
I would encourage her to either reach out to Dr. Mirchandani or myself, and we'll kind of figure out what happened. Different universities have different criteria. For example, UMSL, we look for an overall 3.0 and a 4.0 scale for most programs, but we try to limit it to 3 backlogs. So if a student has a 3.0, but they have maybe 5, 6, 7 backlogs, that could be a problem.
Okay, so like one or two backlogs would work,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay, okay,
But
okay.
another university might take a different stance. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
I hope these were the actually questions from the students. Priyanka, if you want to add something, please.
All good, Siddharth. Thank you so much, and I'm really thankful to all our faculty members who actually took out their time so late in the night, because it's the night time right there in the USA, and gave information about cyber threats, as well as about our wonderful programs. And what I would like to say about University of Missouri St. Louis is that we believe that that we are able to help the students to transform their lives, not just with the academic quality of education which we offer, however, with the kind of support which has been given by all the departments, our faculty, our advising team, academic advising team, our international student support team, our career services team. So it's a blend of the teamwork which is being done by the complete team of University of Missouri St. Louis. And also St. Louis as a destination wherein the students will be able to meet up people from different part of the world and explore more, and completely change themselves as a different personality, not just academically, however, in overall sphere of life. So that's what I will say. If you want to transform yourself and uh, lead to a different growth level, so you're most welcome. And Dr. Mithili, I was like kind of quite my eyes were like wide open when I saw 100,000 salary which is being offered to the cryptographers. So you can expect really good pays when you actually get into these kind of programs.
True. Okay, okay, great. I think I got to everyone and their questions. However, sometimes when you are trying to do 10 things at one time, it gets a bit tricky. So, especially since we had so many people, and I'm going to go back through things tonight. And if I missed any question, I will personally email Priyanka and to you to answer the questions. So, as we
Yes.
bring our, can you hear me? Great. Okay,
Yes,
so
we can
as
hear
we
you.
bring our event to a close, we once again thank you for allowing us to be here this morning, but there is night, and hope that this webinar has given you a some much clear understanding of cyber threats and UMSL program students. And I would like to thank to all our speakers, especially Priyanka ma'am, to give us this opportunity. And I'm sure our students will come with good amount of queries for UMSL programs, and I'll trouble you, Priyanka, for the same.
For sure, I'm most welcome for that. I'm looking forward to get some inquiries, and also if you want to for us to connect with the students individually, we'll be happy to do that. Give them the proper guidance with regards to our program, and once again, I really would like to thank our faculty members for taking out their time and giving us so much information about our programs, and answering the questions of the students, and also to you, Lee, for sharing the details of admissions and our scholarships. And scholarships are even available at an undergraduate level. So for an undergraduate level, our scholarships are from 6,000 to 14,000, and for graduate, $5,000 to $6,000. And the best part about scholarship is that you need not to go for any extra test, any extra scholarship form or something. So it is automatic that based on your percentage or your GPA scores, we are going to give you these scholarships. And if I'll talk about in Indian terms, the percentage requirement for a master's program, it is minimum 68%, and beyond three backlogs is something which are not accepted. If you have any education gap, that is also not a concern. The recommended education gap, considering the visa, also we are accepting for up to 5 years.
Oh, okay, nice. So I hope it was a nice and fruitful event, and I would like to thank you again. So in future, like if I'll get any kind of a queries, definitely I'll forward it to Priyanka, and you can directly in touch with the students to answer those queries.
Yes, thank you, Siddharth, and thank you, Riyadh Para students, for listening to us. I too want to thank my colleagues my faculty colleagues, and also Lee and Priyanka. Thank you both for the wonderful introductions. Dr. Anand and Dr. Abdi, thank you for the excellent introduction to cybersecurity. And again, Dr. Janika and I would be happy to take your questions by email. So don't hesitate to reach out to us. And again, either program will be a great fit for you depending on your interest. So please do consider UMSL and let us know if you have questions.
Yes, so I would like to say thank you everyone for participating, for listening to us. And we talked about all of the programs we have. I think this was one of the questions because cybersecurity is just one of the programs, but of course, cybersecurity is very much related to computer science, information technology. So you don't have to study cybersecurity. You can take certificate in cybersecurity and you can still become an expert in cybersecurity. So we hope to see you here one day.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care. Thank you so much, Priyanka. Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Siddharth and Raj. Thank you.
हाथ से मिला के हाथ चलना हमें है साथ साथ रास्ते रोशन यहाँ मंजिल करे नई बात बात चलना है लेके काफिले बढ़ना है मिटा के फासले पाना है आज तो आसमान भी देखा है
Be future ready at Rayat Bahara University, Chandigarh.